Hey, what's up? Colby Sharp, 5th grade teacher in Michigan. Welcome to my channel where I try to help kids fall in love with reading. And I just got done making 2 read lists with my students for spring break. I'm leaving here in a moment for spring break. I just have to record this video. Check out all these awesome books that I'm going to tell you about because these are the books that I'm reading on my 2 read list. This is my spring break 2 read list. And I don't know about you, but I look at all of these different breaks as like different opportunities for different reasons to read different things. So I'm gonna tell you a little bit about why I'm reading it and the thought process behind the selections. Number 1, I am reading A Golden Girl, and I am actually on page 72. So the reason that I'm reading this one on spring break is because I'm already reading this novel in verse and loving it. I hope to finish it within the first day of spring break. It's a novel in verse, and I'm already, put a little dent in it, and it's just really fascinating. This girl, she kind of takes things. She's a bit of a thief a little bit. So I'm curious to see how that plays out. Anytime a kid takes something or steals something or lies, I'm always so anxious to find out the why, or not necessarily just the why, but when they get caught, what's gonna happen? So I have a feeling she's gonna get caught or she's gonna turn herself in. We shall see, I am not sure. Next up, Supriya Kelkar's Strong as Fire, Fierce as Flame. I haven't read this book yet. Ugh, I hate when a lot of people have read a book and I haven't read a book. And it was just selected as the 2022 middle school book for the Global Read Aloud. Congratulations to Supriya and all of those middle school teachers that get a chance to read and experience this book. I don't often participate in the Global Read Aloud because I'm just not that on top of my game and organized enough, and I get overwhelmed by deadlines and projects and stuff. So I wanted to read the book though, because I know a lot of people are going to read it and a lot of people are going to be talking about it, and I just don't want to feel left out as a reader. So I want to see what all the buzz and all the great things that people are saying, and to see why Pernille picked it. Very excited. Pernille's in charge of the Global Read Aloud. Pernille Rip, if you don't know. So very excited to read this one. Next up, Kelly Barnhill's latest middle grade novel. She won the Newbery Medal, which was wonderful. And I'm excited for The Girl Who Drank the Moon. And I'm excited for this one. And to see how big it is, that's pretty big for me. I'm a big fan of like 200-page books, and this one has almost 400 pages, and I know. And so spring break seemed like a really good time to read this because I can knock out, chunks of 50 and 60 pages multiple times, hopefully, because during the school year, a lot of times I am knocking out 5 pages and 7 pages and reading 3 paragraphs at night before I fall asleep. So looking forward to having some time to dig into this and to read this. I'm very excited. So those are the 3 children's books I'm reading, and spring break seems like a nice time to try to read some like other types of books besides just books for kids, and I'm going to try to do that. So this is, I don't know if you've heard of this. This is the 4th turning. It's what the cycles of history tell us about America's next rendezvous with destiny. So one of my favorite YouTubers' name is Casey Neistat, and then his brother is now one of my favorite YouTubers, Van Neistat, and they're just really unique and cool creators. And Van did a whole video about this book and how these like 80-year cycles in American history happen, and it just was really interesting to me, so I wanted to read it. So this has been on my 2 read list for months, and hopefully I can get to it, at least maybe dig in a little bit over break. Excited about that. And I was talking about this book with my friend Donalyn Miller, The Book Whisperer, and she was talking about how she read it as part of a book club in some way. Whoever tells the best story wins, and I feel like that is so important to just the importance of telling stories and the types of stories. And like everyone wants to hang out with the person who's great at telling stories, right? And there's always people who are like really good at telling stories, and I love telling stories, and I want to just learn more about it and about the process, and hopefully maybe through this book and through this lens I can help my readers and writers and the kids that I teach, help them to tell stories. So these are my books that I'm planning on reading on spring break. I'd love to know what you're planning on reading, even if it's just tonight or tomorrow. Like, what books are you thinking that you want to read and get crossed off your to read list? Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Colby Sharp. I'm going on spring break now. Have a great day.